This conference will now be recorded.
I'd like to call to order the September 18th meeting of the Energy Sustainability Committee. First order of business is the signing the documents, approval of the minutes from last month. And Patricia sent them out. And I think everybody's had a chance to read them or review them. Okay.
And the only change I made since the very last draft that I sent out was the date of this meeting I had on there October, and I just changed it to September 18th. Other than that, it's the same thing that went out.
Is there a motion to accept the minutes as sent and changed?
Motion to accept.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Motion second. Any other discussion on the approval of the minutes? No? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. Minutes are accepted. Approved. Thank you. Okay. Additions to the agenda. Consent of members. I might have a couple of things in miscellaneous. I got a bunch of notes here and things that have been coming across my way. Some I've sent out, some maybe I haven't. So I might put a couple things under miscellaneous when we get there, under other rather. So does anybody else have anything to add?
I have a couple of housekeeping. I have a contacts list I wanted to get updated, and then I've also put together like an AI database for our the work that we're doing as a committee, so I wanted to share that.
Okay, contact list and AI database. Okay. All right. Got it written down. Anybody else have anything you want to add?
Oh, I would like to add a discussion about Patricia and I.
To the appointments.
To the appointments.
Appointments? Okay, yeah. Okay. So let's do that then. Okay, good. Good. I've got those written down. If I do forget to cover some of those, let me know. All right, so that said, is everybody all in favor of that? I don't agree with the vote, but yeah. As long as we consent to that, it's good. Hey, how you doing, Sam?
Do you want to pass, sign it?
Oh, yeah. Let's see, whoever was here, last month, let's sign this. Here. Sam. Oh, she has Sam sign that.
I'll say.
Well, it's gonna come back this way to go back to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You weren't here last year. We doing walking on the fair?
I underestimated how long it takes to get here from
From
Amherst
Belchertown?
to Belchertown.
Yeah. It does. Especially if the traffic backs up on the,
Yep.
with the lights.
I was behind this landscaper that was just going like 500 for a little bit.
We had gone through to go to Massa, Mexicana for lunch. I was asking about that. And the traffic was backed up.
Yeah.
Traffic was backed up all the way down the town. It was, probably all the way down to the lights.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, where were we? Appointments. So let's talk about, you guys have some ideas on the clerk management?
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead, take it away.
So Kathleen and I had talked about splitting the duties so that we'll both be like co-clerks, and we'll trade off doing the minutes every other time.
You want to do it every
Or-
other, alternate? Or?
Yeah, we'll alternate,
Yeah.
or depending on who can't be there.
Right,
And
okay.
there'll always be one of us here,
Okay,
Hopefully, yes.
hopefully.
that sounds great. Yeah, they're okay with that? Good, let's do that then. That sounds good. So are you doing the minutes this time, or?
I am doing.
You're okay,
Oh,
okay.
Is that okay?
Yep,
As
yeah,
you did them
yep.
last time, so I just assumed.
Now, is it next meeting, you're not gonna be here anyway?
Right,
Right,
I'm
right,
not gonna
so,
be here on October 16th.
right, so maybe it's good that you do them, and then we can submit the minutes the next meeting.
That I do them today.
Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
today.
Mhm.
Did you say you were gonna be out next meeting too, or no?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
I think, yeah, I don't think I have anything on my calendar.
okay, all right, good. All right. Let's, anything else on that? Yeah? Yeah, good. All right, let's go over the discussion of the, and action items from the reports from the, subcommittees. Let's start off with, you wanna wait till Mike gets here, or?
Why don't we?
Yeah?
Yeah, if we can, yeah.
Okay, we'll put that, we'll move it down to the bottom then. All right, so then, we'll go to the, BCEC with myself and Chris. Let me see where to start there. There was, I sent out, I believe, the revised switch to 100%, opt-up flyer that we've been working on. And this was based on our discussion from last meeting about maybe some things to add in there. So what Courtney did from Good Energy was she included one section of it, which was, for less than a penny more. That was paragraph had changed. For less than a penny more per kilowatt hour, you can switch from Belchertown standard to Belchertown 100. And it's one of the easiest things to do, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's good. She said she could also fit in the other, there was another line that was in there for, if you're on National Grid, there was a line that said something like, and if you're currently being supplied by National Grid, you could switch to 100% and save even more money. And she just wanted, how to fit all that in. So I just wanted to get some input on that. If you think that should be put in there, or maybe expressed some other way, through some other method, but what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it'd be good to share that information with residents, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That might not be aware if they are on a national grid.
yeah. Did you see the email from her? Because it was between Kate and ourselves and Frank.
Yeah. Yeah, I read through it this morning.
Yeah.
I'm looking for what was the line that you wanted to add?
It was, if you're a National Grid, if you're being supplied electricity through National Grid, and it was not through this program, you would actually save even more. You would still save money going to the Belchertown 100. See, this is gonna cost them, going this way, it's gonna cost them a penny a kilowatt more, less than,
Right, but if they're,
like $5.70
if
a
they're not
month.
enrolled in the program at all.
Right, but if they're not, they could switch to Belchertown 100 and actually save money compared to National Grid. So if you think that's.
So the opt-up is cheaper than National Grid.
The opt-up.
All of them are cheaper.
All of them are, but even, you can even opt up to 100% and still.
And still it's cheaper than
Right.
National Grid.
So I think we should put that, see if she can fit that in there then, and, yeah. Okay. Take a look at that, Chris, again, those second line of emails, and we'll get with Frank too.
Yeah, I see here.
Now, I've been kind of tied up with company and Belchertown Fair with the Lions Club, and also I'm going back down to DC again, to help my son out. So I'm leaving right after the Belchertown Fair on Monday to go to DC for a week, so it'll probably be the week after that.
Okay.
If you guys, are you gonna be around?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not, okay. So I'll try and, I don't know if I can't say I'm gonna be able to get together with you guys to schedule something, but let's see if we can plan on the week I get back. So that's the week of,
First week of October.
the first week of October. So, I'm back on the, I'm actually back on the 29th. Yeah, so the first, October 1st is Wednesday. So you got a better day there on any of those days?
No, any of those can work for me.
You better off in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay, around 7-ish,
When,
yeah, or
Yeah, let me know what works and
Okay.
whatever.
Okay,
Yeah, Frank.
I'll check with Frank, okay. Good, thanks for the input on that, and then we'll, between Frank, Chris and I will get that worked up, and we'll get it back to good energy. Let's write that down. That's the week of September 28th. Okay, good. You got anything else, Chris, on the BCEC stuff?
No, I don't.
Oh, there was also some discussion with Kate on the article newsletter. I think we sent this around, and actually I talked to Reed about, it's kind of too late to get this in the Sentinel now because it's about the anniversary, and the anniversary was June, and now, but if we get it in now, it's October. So, Reed and I, via email, we're talking about retooling this and adding some things in. There's Mike. And one thing I saw that was missing in here with this 1 year anniversary newsletter was it was missing a number of participants. I think that'd be a real powerful thing to include in here too. Is 5,000 homes are on this program. So it has some meat behind it. It's not it's a legitimate thing. And I think if people saw that, so 5,000 people are on it. So I think what we're thinking about doing was kind of retooling this and also putting in the opt-up stuff as well.
Mhm.
Is that what is that?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that'll be an article in the Sentinel?
I think it's for the Sentinel, yeah. I think it's too late to put this, I never saw it in the Sentinel. I don't know if anybody ever saw it in the Sentinel.
I don't recall.
No, Kate said she doesn't think, she doesn't recall.
Mhm.
I was supposed to actually submit it. I was back from my last trip, but I didn't. So I just think it's too late. I think the other stuff has gone in, the stuff on the digital newsletter, the Chronicles, Belchertown Chronicles. And I know they were also working on those 3 slides that had the 3 parts of it, the participation, the carbon saving, and the cost saving, those 3 slides that I think we shared last meeting. But they had to get that in the right format for BCTV. And I don't know if, I sometimes put on BCTV to just see what's in there, but I haven't seen that yet. I'm not sure if it's there. So I just wanted to know if that's happening. I'll check with Kate to see if that ever got on there. But either way, if it has, and then what's also on the Chronicles, it is kind of setting the stage for the opt-up for us to start kicking that, later this fall. So and we'll talk about that. If that's how to push that.
Are we doing anything at the fair as far as the committee having a table or anything like that?
We had how many people stopped by our table when we were there?
I think 5 the whole
Oh,
weekend.
5, really?
The whole weekend, the whole weekend.
Yeah, so, no, I didn't pursue that. And again, fairs like double duty when I did that last year, and
Right.
it didn't work out, so, for me, so. And it wasn't, it wasn't the right place to do that, so. When we get to events, we can talk about, whether we want to do something that is some of these events coming up, but we'll save that for the events discussion.
I'm wondering if for the article, I wonder if you could contact residents to see if anybody would be willing to give an endorsement, I saved X number on my electric bill since opting up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even having just, a quote from a few residents might be kind of interesting.
Are you talking about the difference in price between what National Grid charges and the fact that the opt-out price is less than what National Grid is charging, that difference?
Or just the difference in their overall electric bill, over the course of
Well, I
time.
mean, that's
Yeah.
what would cost the
Yeah.
financial advantage.
Right, the financial advantage, and that they're happy that they did the opt-out program,
Right, having a personal touch to it, because it's actually somebody who says, yeah, I joined the program and it's good.
Yeah,
Were you talking
exactly.
about, just 100%, residents on the 100%?
Or-
Or?
Just signing up for the program.
Just
signing
signing up for the
program in
program in
general?
general.
Yeah.
Or maybe the 100% to encourage
Right.
more people to do the 100%.
Yeah. It'd be good if we can find someone that switched from Belchertown standard to Belchertown 100,
Right, and I don't know how we would find out that
Right, right.
information.
Well, I'm thinking that
Is that public or not?
if anybody that we know is in the program, we can start off with that, reach out to people that we know that on. I know one or two people, I think, that went up to Belchertown 100. I think my neighbor did as well. I think Jim Barry did. So I can reach out to them. But so let's do that, take on as action items to come up with, who we know that's on the program and try and solicit some of that information. It's a start just to see how that goes, yeah?
If I knew what the National Grid standard rate was, I probably have the ability to, since I opted up, compute like on a per month
Yeah, there you
basis,
go.
how much I saved, taking into account not only the energy price, but also, well.
Yeah, you can't really look at the distribution.
Yeah, that's gonna be the same, because that's based on the
Right.
kilowatt hours.
Well, if I was on top of it, I could give you the National Grid supply rate. I am on top of it, so it's 15.5 cents a kilowatt hour, yeah.
If I get around to it, when I smoke clears with all the crazy stuff I got going on,
Yeah,
I'll send you an email. when I-
yeah, good. Yeah, let's do that. Good, okay. Okay, anything else on the BCC stuff? Okay, let's move on. Let's go to, we waited on till you got here before we did the transportation and the EV stuff, so why don't we do that now?
Sure.
Good.
So why don't you go ahead, because you have the
Okay,
latest
so
news.
hot off the presses from like within an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the upgraded pole stands that we expect to be fully and easily ADA compliant are being painted this week, and they're supposed to be delivered tomorrow. What I need to do is get the address of the Affinity House and text it to this person. They said instead of us going there to pick them up, they're willing to deliver them to us at no charge. Basically, fit in my car.
Yeah.
When I looked on maps and looked at the Finnerty House, it says 1 South Street, 1 South Main.
1 South Main Street?
Yeah.
Okay. So the expectation is they will be delivered tomorrow. I texted a couple days ago our installer, Rich Chenevert, saying that we expect them, and he knows that I don't know what his schedule is going to be.
Are you checking with the Affinity House people on this? Yeah.
Well, I sent an email to Steve
Yeah, okay.
and Linda Ledoux to that effect. So, and I'll probably have some communication early in the morning tomorrow. But all I need to do is just leave them there. It's not like you're bringing a pickup truck full of stuff. There are things that could fit inside my G37X Infinity.
Okay.
All it is the two stands, right? And so they could just ring the doorbell and bring it to the front desk. Carrying them.
Oh, so it's not like any work going on at the site necessarily, just.
they'll be
The cement
delivered
and everything
then.
is already in, like
Yeah.
it's just everything is ready and waiting for the
Right, so.
Poles.
Right.
So once the poles get here, then Chenevert, probably at his earliest convenience, will probably come out, because I have no idea exactly when that's gonna be. I would suspect that he has strong financial incentives to get it done at ASAP,
Mhm, yeah.
since he doesn't have any earned money yet for his,
and he's already done some work.
what's that?
And he's already done some work.
He's done a lot of work and probably laid out some of his own money, and, you know,
Wow.
so there's probably good incentives there.
I was just wondering, because, so it doesn't sound like it's like a lot of stuff coming. I wonder with the fair and everything, if they were being nervous about it, because there's gonna be a lot of activity here starting tomorrow afternoon. Yeah.
All they're gonna do is
Just drop something off. Okay, all right.
So my guess would be that Rich would probably finish it up by October 1st, once he's got some scheduling problems.
Do you think it might be?
I'm.
Right, okay.
I don't know. But
You're right.
I think that he wants it done even faster than I want it done, you know?
Okay.
But, so I don't see a problem there. The software that I basically written to support this committee's work and figuring out what the price is and how much money we're making, seems to be ready to go. And the quick back of the envelope thing was, my latest best estimate of what it's gonna cost is about 29 cents per kilowatt hour. We're gonna charge 34 cents per kilowatt hour. It'd be a penny under the 35 cents per kilowatt hour.
There you go.
And if we get 200 cars, that's like $400 towards paying back our stuff.
That's reasonable. Right.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, who knows exactly where it's gonna go, whether we're gonna get 20 cars in a year or 2,000 cars, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just don't know. So, but we have the tools to deal with that over time, and I'm seeing a monthly update to this committee based on how things are going.
Yeah.
And probably the select board would get that same information. The process, once Rich Chenevert completes the installation, is he turns it over, he calls EBSE, who gets these guys from AMP up. They're the software providers that actually run the charging station itself and do the actual billing, right? They do their full testing to say, okay, it's really ready to go, and that Rich has done everything right. I made the connection to actually get wired into that process for me to watch what they're doing, and down the road, I'll supplement with some acid tests of maybe getting four different cars there at the same time, starting the charge about a minute or two apart, you know, and making sure all the buildings do full end-to-end stuff that I don't know what they're doing, but I will supplement it because of my software validation background, whatever. Software quality assurance, I don't mind most of the words, but with the intent of trying to find problems, try and acid test it early on, and hopefully, you know, it'll get through that, or whatever we find gets fixed easy, and when it passes all those tests, then we should give them Rich Chenevert money for what he did. But I think we want to make sure it's all, because once you get the money and he's on to another job, if he doesn't have the money, we have a problem, and we turn around in a day. If he's got the money, he might turn around like that. And I don't mean that to say bad, but I mean, that's, if you've ever done anything on your house and given people the money, they drag their feet before they kind of cut you in and slice you in. Right? So there's that plan. There's something else I was going to say.
Does he know that's what you're planning to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I discussed it with Steve and Rich.
Oh, good.
But, so I'm trying to think of anything else I should discuss. Oh, in kind of the numbers that go round and round. Initially, we were thinking that out of the grant, we were gonna end up paying about $2,000 out of $40-something thousand. Because of ADA and other hiccups, we're probably gonna end up paying, and some software, we're probably gonna end up paying, I'm gonna guess, round numbers off the top of my head, about $4,200 up front, right? And then have $1,000 a year for software licenses. That, you know, we'd like to try and get enough people coming and find a sweet spot in the pricing to pay back as much as we can of that, because our goal was to do our best job to make it revenue neutral for the town.
So,
I'm not clairvoyant to know how many people are gonna charge, and whether they're just gonna do a little trickle charge or gonna do a full charge.
so those costs will be covered by the town with payback once the system is operational.
Right,
Is it-
probably it'll be a couple months. Once it's up and running, we get the grant and the distribution work between me and Patricia, she's gonna do the photographs and all dotting the i's and crossing the t's as she can. But we monitor a real time crunch to get that done, which works better for her work schedule. She's better at that than I am. But, you know, we have that stuff to do to get the money back. And when we get the money back, but the ADA thing has almost been, probably it's even more painful hiccup than the EPA Energy Star issue, you know?
Yeah.
That one probably cost us about 2 years after,
Yeah.
with all the bureaucracy it took to go through. This has only cost us 2 months or something like that, you know? It's been Chinese water torture for us. So I think we're getting close. There may be a few more corollaries or Murphy's Law that hit along the way. I can't figure out which one would be next. I think we're pretty much there.
We'll have to have a bottle of champagne out there.
All right.
Yes, it's too hard.
So do you have anything to add to what I said, or is that?
No, that's it for that.
Oh, nice.
I have other things on the,
Right.
on this, not on that topic, though. So, just some things regarding Green Energy Consumer Alliance. So, on their events, there is, Malden is having an event with electric vehicle presentation. And it's on Wednesday, September 24th at 3 p.m., unfortunately. At this event, you can get all of your EV questions answered, understand how to navigate the state incentives for EVs and charging installation in your home, take a peek inside EVs and talk to EV ambassadors, and learn about the statewide EV rebate program. So the city is doing this program at the Malton's Farmers Market.
I was gonna say, so it's not necessarily a webinar then? It's
No,
actually-
this is a live event
Live
at their,
event, yeah.
at their farmer's market. And I thought, well, that's a really good idea. And that would be good if Belchertown did the same sort of thing. And they have their EV ambassadors there. They drive their cars up. They just answer questions about it. And I thought that would be good if the Belchertown could do something similar. So I emailed Green Energy Consumer Alliance to see what help could they give us in organizing this and what information that they want out there about EVs and they provide the EV ambassadors and everything. So they said that they emailed me back and said they got my email and they will answer it soon. So I have not heard it. It's been, well, it was only last week, but still it's been a week anyway. So we'll see what happens, but that would be something good that maybe we could look forward for next year for farmers markets.
Does that include any test drives, or is it more just kind of see the car?
No, it's more to just answer people's questions about electric vehicles. It didn't sound like it was test driving because the EV ambassadors are like private citizens. So like I signed up to be an EV ambassador with Green Energy. We'll see when they contact me. And then they had also a webinar, and the webinar was Women and Electric Vehicles. And this was a few days ago, and there was a lot of discussion, but it was more like a question and answer session. And there was a lot of discussion about charger availabilities and range anxiety. And that's what the ambassadors stressed, like with most of the questions from the audience. many of the EV ambassadors found free chargers in their area, and they usually use those instead of charging at home because there's so many free. So I think this is a Rhode Island, Eastern Massachusetts thing, because I said, that is not the case in Western Massachusetts. And they're like, oh, well, try Big Y. So I used PlugShare. You can put a filter on there to filter out just free chargers. And yeah, there were a few free ones, but it's usually at hotels where you're supposed to be staying there and then you can charge.
Right.
And I found one Big Y that had chargers and none of them were working. They were all out of order. So it really, I said this, I put in a comment that this really speaks to the lack of infrastructure in Western Mass. The eastern side of the state, they just charge for free at all these places. Western side, you can't do that. PlugShare is commonly used by a lot of the people in the eastern side. They even use that to pay through PlugShare for all different charger stations. And then Electrify America works well with VW. If you ever, can't remember what his ID is, the electric VW.
Doesn't VW have that electric bus now?
It's a bus.
So funky.
Yeah, I think that's
Not too many of those around. I saw one in Connecticut once.
Did you?
and
I
then.
saw the commercials of the Sunday night guy. It's so funny.
And then Reed did reach out with his questions for his article. I answered them the best I could. Mike,
Just
he
to
sent
back
it
up a
to me.
little bit on the webinar.
Okay,
So were you like the only one from Western Mass?
there could have been other people who didn't comment. I don't
Okay,
know,
but they
but
didn't have, like, the
their
listing.
panel was all Eastern
Right, the panel
Mass
was all Eastern,
or
okay.
Rhode Island.
Was it kind of well attended? I mean, they had the number of participants?
No, I didn't see it, at
Yeah.
least, I was on my phone and I was driving, so.
Oh.
So I
Okay, well,
didn't
good for
see,
you.
I was listening to it, so. So Reed sent some, his articles to Mike and I to answer the questions, so we answered questions. I give him some of my PowerPoint from the original when we were first getting the electric vehicle started, so. And I'm hoping that he has like a general electric vehicle article and then a specific
There's
to
two of
our
them.
chargers, which I think we should wait until our chargers are connected.
Yeah, should work.
So that's what I was talking to him
Oh,
about really is
We can cover
just
that
making
under-
some.
Under
some
the
other
outreach stuff.
And the one thing I think,
I'm
So-
sorry, I might have interrupted. You were saying something about the trails too? Were you going to mention, is that where you were going when I interrupted or? No, maybe, never mind. I misinterpreted. Go ahead, sorry.
so should I talk about the articles with Reed? Because you didn't want it to,
Why don't we?
with open meeting, so,
Right. Why don't we cover that under outreach? Under
Okay.
the outreach, yeah.
okay.
Patricia, there's a question. Are you gonna have a grand opening?
I think
With
that's a good
ribbon
idea. I
cutting?
think that we should. I think that we should, after we've tested them, I think between, enough of us here, I think have electric vehicles, that we could all test it and make sure everything works and then decide on a grand opening.
And get
Or
the
unveiling.
lady from the Sentinel to
To cover it.
to cover, take a
Take
picture.
Yeah, we can take
pictures.
pictures while we're testing. We have all 4 of them.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
And maybe you could even ask, the paper in Northampton, the Gazette. The
Gazette, okay.
Because,
And tell them it's, maybe it wouldn't be a big deal for Northampton, but it is for Belchertown, so please put this in there.
but people might want, regionally, people want to know that there's a new.
Right, there's a new one, yeah.
Especially thinking about the traffic coming from Amherst, like
Yes.
on a Friday afternoon.
Right,
It's like a
right.
jumping off point to the highway sometimes, especially for, UMass
UMass,
students and everyone, all
right.
students going to.
Right,
I know, the traffic on Friday afternoon
Yeah, we're just saying, this is all back.
coming Route 9 up
Route
through,
9.
and then two up through town. It's like,
It's kind of too bad we didn't get it done in time for the fair.
I know, yeah.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
let's-
You tried.
you do the best you can.
Yeah, you tried.
So,
Yeah.
that's all I had on that.
Well, yeah, after we should have some kind of, launch celebration or something, once we get there, so.
Well, this committee will definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anything else on the transportation
Not
stuff?
on transportation.
Or you should just, I gotta go, I'm trying to recover from my well pump dying last Saturday around lunchtime.
Oh,
I didn't get it all working until about 9 o'clock this morning, which is
your water well, yeah? Your water well.
new well pump and a new tank
How deep was
installed to the tune of $4,880.
it? Yeah, okay, how deep,
4 or 5 days with next to no water.
Oh, my gosh.
Suppressing.
Oh, thank you.
how deep is the well pump down?
What's that?
How deep is the well pump down?
All right, the well pump is down at 80 feet.
80 feet? Yeah, so it's the copper wiring that they nail you on if when my well pump went, it was down 200 and something feet, and it was the copper wire that they replaced.
Yeah.
That really added up to the cost on that.
Yeah.
It's just the pump.
People in the business tell me the prices have just gone totally crazy
Yeah.
last year. All right, sorry.
Okay, thank
Sorry,
you.
man.
From your trees, Mike?
Yes,
Thank you.
I did watch.
Peaches or apples?
Apples.
That was nice. Good. Yeah, peaches are probably, I think peaches are over now.
Yeah.
Great. All right. All set? Yeah, good. Let's move on to the public outreach with Reed, myself.
Okay, so I added a little thing to the website about the heat pump new electric rates. So there's a little blurb that kind of gives people some background on it, and then there's a link to the best article I could find. I think the thing from the Green Energy Consumers, I think was just an email direct to some people, so I couldn't really link to that, but I've linked to, I think it was something for the Massachusetts government. That was kind of the best thing I could find. It wasn't quite as clear as that email had been, unfortunately, but it was hopefully still pretty good at least. So that's on there.
Good.
I emailed about getting the new members added to the website. I need to check if that actually happened or not. It's a little strange because before I contacted Kate and she did it, and then the last time for these new members, I contacted Kate and she kind of referred it to, I guess they have a new administrative assistant. I don't remember her name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think she was gonna do it, but I don't know for sure if she did. And then I still haven't heard from the town's IT on getting us the email address.
We are on there.
Okay, cool.
Really?
Yay.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have purpose, you have, yeah.
Official.
You're official.
I'm thinking of that line from the Steve Martin movie, The Jerk, I think it was, right? When he found his name in the phone book, he was all excited, because he is somebody now.
Yep. It also says 2 vacant positions.
It does still? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's good that that's up to date.
Nice.
And then, as Patricia mentioned, I have 2 EV articles that I sent out to Patricia and Mike for their feedback, and then after I incorporate theirs, I'll send it to you, John, to give to the wider group to see
Okay.
if there's any feedback. As you can see, they're very short articles, but they're kind of straight to the point and informational. So there's one, I don't know which order we do them in necessarily, but there's one that's kind of talking about EV incentives. So it'll probably be easy to just publish it after September 30th when the federal one is officially done. But this one's focusing on kind of the federal one's ending, but oh, by the way, there's the state one that most people probably don't know about. That's actually pretty significant. I think it's between 3,500 and 6,000, and some of it applies to new, some of it applies to used. So with the used EV, you might be able to actually get a really good deal. Unfortunately, the program is pretty confusing, and like I know a decent amount about EVs, and I couldn't really figure out what it was. So it might be a little bit tough for people, but I kind of just explain this thing exists. Here's where to go for more information, and it may be a little bit hard to parse it from there for people. But
I wonder if you could put that article on our webpage right now, because it has the September 30th, like, as is, and then when you're gonna publish it, and then
okay,
the Sentinel, you'll have to rework it anyway, because that won't be pertinent, but just so that information's up there.
So, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, was these were earmarked for the Sentinel, or also for like, to go to Kate for the to be put in the Chronicles as well, or And the Facebook page, is that,
I've been thinking the Sentinel, but maybe we could do potentially all of those.
yeah?
Um,
No, but where was this initially earmarked? Was that?
I was thinking the newspaper.
Newspaper, yeah.
I'm blanking, who do we send that to again for the newspaper?
It goes to Turley Publications. It's, if you get the Sentinel, it'll be
Okay,
on there. Again, I'd say, I'll look it up and get it to you, but I just don't see that happening for me until I get through the fair and
okay.
DC, so. But if I get a chance, I'll see, but you get the Sentinel, or can you get your hands on one and you know, see where,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So I can do that. Yeah, so this one kind of just focuses on the state rebates, making sure people are aware of those and how significant they actually are. And the other one is on our EV chargers to be published after we've installed and tested it. Just very, very short, kind of telling people just what it is, where it is. I wanted to specify what kind of connector they need, just depending on what vehicle they have, how they can pay for it, and just kind of really emphasize that these are open for the public. And I kind of emphasized if anyone lives or works nearby, that's good. And also if you're like attending an event in the area, so if you're attending something out like on the common, it might be a convenient thing to just walk over across the street, plug your car, and go do something for like the fair for a few hours, and come back and have a charged car.
Or if you're going to Kansai or.
Yeah.
Or the.
For the library.
Yeah.
Library.
Yeah.
It's true.
And the only correction, and so I guess I'll bring it up here because maybe I'm wrong about this, but they're gonna be using the J1772 connector. So most EVs, as far as I know, use that, except I think Nissan and Mitsubishi, and Nissan is changing that
Okay.
this year.
So I wasn't totally sure, because I know most of them have been moving to the NACS to match Tesla's standard.
Right, but they still
still-
have the
They
J1772,
both.
and then they
They
use
have
an
an adapter.
adapter to fit the Tesla.
Mm.
So it's like,
Okay, actually, I think that's the old, I think the new ones, I was under the impression they were just the full Tesla is the new, like the new cars, like the last year or so. I might have to double check more on that.
yeah, because I've seen the adapters and it goes so that you take
Mhm.
where the plug comes out of the Tesla charger, and then you put the adapter on that.
'Cause I know-
And then it fits your
yours.
car.
Yeah.
Because I know that's how they were doing it, like if you had a Ford that was from like 2022, I know they would mail you an adapter to use with the Tesla one. But I think the more recent ones,
Maybe they.
my understanding was they're full Tesla now, like full NACS.
Okay.
I think, but I can double check.
I heard that too.
Yeah, because I didn't think that was, because then they wouldn't be able to use these regular level 2 connectors. So I don't think that's.
Well, so then
Because
they
if
would
theirs
need the
looks just like-
adapter.
Right,
for-
to go back
to
to
that,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't, I don't.
So I
think
can
that would
look at it a little more.
Because I can charge with this, but I have to have an adapter for
For
my
the
car to
Tesla.
get to the 1772. Yeah.
So that's,
So we'll just fix that.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, sounds good.
And Reed, did you also find out, I believe the incentives are gonna go away as of like December 31st
for the state one.
for the federal.
The federal is September 30th.
Oh, is it September 30th?
Yeah, and the only thing with it,
Fire
I think if you have a purchase order signed,
No, I've got my copy.
I think if you have a purchase, like an agreement signed by September 30th, but you actually have the car, it still counts after that.
Okay.
So it saves like a couple weeks or something, but,
It's amazing how fast that went through.
yeah,
But the state ones are continuing?
the state ones I think are continuing.
And that's the complex program.
Yeah, although I think that one I guess the one good thing with this one is you do get it, they say within, I think they approve within 90 days and you get the check within 90 days. So it's not like you have to wait for next year's taxes or anything like that. You kind of get it a lot
Oh, that's
faster.
nice.
It's important stuff, yeah.
So, and I know that's, some of this stuff is good to get out there, because like I was talking to a friend, not from Massachusetts, but from another area, and talking to him about the federal tax credit, and I mentioned it was 7,500, and he was like, oh, I thought it was like 300 or something, so, you know,
Oh,
if
wow.
you'd known that, maybe you would have bought one.
Right, yeah.
So,
Tell them he's got to get it on
Yeah.
paperwork, get it signed that you're gonna buy one.
It's too bad they couldn't even like still offer, but maybe make it half that amount. So that way you get, when the government saves some
Right,
money
right.
and, it makes it mutually beneficial, but.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Good,
So I think that's about it for that one.
okay. Then we talked about, again, this, I was just thinking as we were going through this and all the stuff you got going on, why don't we, talking about retooling this article on the launch and when we have our meeting that first week in October there, we'll talk about this as well and we'll come up with some ideas. So take a look at this again. You have it? You have it? Okay, you have it. And again, the idea was to retool this into, take some of the things out of here, but then throw in maybe, put in the missing number of participants, we'll throw that in there. What was missing, there was a number of participants, and then more focus on the opt-up. Do that, and then kind of coincide this with the flyer for other areas, so. Does that sound okay with you? If we look at it first and then get back with you?
Yeah, and it's actually probably better, one thing about it's actually probably better if you handle that one more, because that's
Right,
getting borderline conflict of interest.
Yeah.
For me with the.
Oh, right,
So.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good, thanks for bringing that up. Good. All right, we'll go that way then. All right, let's work on that too. Anything else on that? Anything else on anybody on?
Read, I'll give you the address and the information.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Next is the, under other is the upcoming events. And I've been sending off things that come across my way and a little discussion. Some of it is like already happened or a day away from happening or 2 days away from happening. So I kind of apologize for that, but kind of sometimes I get them and by the time, like you're saying, the GCA stuff, it comes out and it's within 3 or 4 days, so.
Right.
But if it's okay with everybody, I'll continue to send those things out as it comes over, because I think it's better if we all have that kind of shared knowledge and then decide on what we can do. We would talk with Kathleen about the email on if she would be concerned with be like the coordinator of events or something like that. Get some ideas on that. So, decide on things that we should pursue more. For instance, as an example, I think was it yesterday, last night? I sent out the thing on Sunday event come up. I don't know if you had a chance to see that. There was a couple of links on this thing called Sunday, which came my way through another climate group I was involved in, and it sounds like a kind of a neat thing. It's a national or global group that wants to promote renewable energy and solar, and they will help you sponsor an event in your town. There's one coming up on 21st, I think, which is obviously too late for us, but again, that's the kind of thing to me we should add on to our, as event coordinator, say, hey, this is coming up,
Right.
keep track of that.
Also with other town departments, trying to find out if they're sponsoring any events that we could team up and,
Right.
um,
Or if we could lead and have them,
and have the,
Right.
just like, the Earth Day
Right.
event.
Yep.
And, we mentioned the farmer's market as well, and other things like that.
Would you be able to put a calendar like that up on our webpage? I don't know how the webpage is
Yeah, I don't know.
or
I
if
guess
there's
it could-
something you could add in the calendar, and then all of us would know, you could just look there and see what's coming up.
We can try to do something like that.
Maybe
Have a link of some.
Or even just like a regularly updated list of dates.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
like a-
Yeah, maybe
just
just a
link.
listing.
I'm thinking about that, and
Yeah.
they had like a rolling list of
Yeah.
things, and then maybe,
Because I think there is a calendar on the town webpage, but it's
It's gonna have every,
Yeah.
really outdated.
Yeah.
Like there's, I looked at it once and there's things from like 2014.
Yeah, it's mostly like this committee meetings on there.
Yeah,
It's not like events in the town.
It's not, yeah, it's more, yeah.
More
like town
governmental
government
things.
stuff.
Yeah, not things going on.
And there is a communications person, right, with the town now?
Because there's a communications department or
Or
committee.
committee, yeah.
But Kate is like the direct, Nate was like the director, I think, of communications.
Mhm.
But even that, she's part-time.
Yeah.
Right, Joanne? I think she's part-time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and she's got a lot coming across her plate too, so, you know, it's the kind of thing of just keeping track of, you know, if I sent stuff out, and if you could kind of like just log it in and say, okay, you know, we need to bring this up, you know, before it happens. if we
Right,
can.
before it happens, and also trying to find local events that may be of interest to us.
Right. The one that is really coming up next that we should talk about is there's two of them actually, on the 27th. If I have this right, is the Lake Wallace Roll and Stroll. It's like a walk stroll thing. And then on October 4th, they're doing their first Fall Fest, I think it's called.
What date was that?
I think it's October 4th.
Okay.
I think I sent that out. I don't know.
I know, I think
Yeah,
I've seen the,
Yeah, it's the cleanup is the 28th, then the.
Oh, that's what it
Fall
was.
Fest is
It was
October
the
4th.
cleanup. That's what it was.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, was the Roll and Stroll on there too, or was that something different? Or maybe the Roll and Stroll was in the Fall Fest?
It says
You're
here,
gonna I can have a hard time keeping track of
I
everything.
think it's part of the Fall Fest.
I think it's part of the Fall Fest, actually. That's
So
right.
it's October 4th.
That's so-
Yes.
Yeah, I think the October 4th one, they have signs on the common.
Yeah.
Or they did. small
Right, yeah. So,
signs.
I mean, that's something that, you know, we should talk to, Levy,
Louise?
Louise, thank you, Louise Levy.
Mhm.
That, I don't think we can do it now, but whether we could have like a booth up there to talk about our committee or the opt-up thing. I don't see us being able to pull that together before October 4th, but.
Right.
um,
This is exactly why, right, where you had this idea.
So,
Now, how much printed material do we have if we do have a booth? I was just curious. I know, you know, like Earth Day, there were some things that you were handing out. Is there much in the way of,
on the BCEC
Collateral,
stuff,
you know,
there's
yeah.
a lot.
okay,
We have boxes of it that
Okay.
they Good Energy printed up for us.
right,
Some of it might be dated now,
Mhm.
but again, given enough time, and then once we give the approval on a document like this, if we want it printed, they'll print up, you know, a couple hundred.
oh,
something
okay.
like that, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've got,
And could we actually make photocopies of that?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, just as extra in case we
Right,
need it.
yeah, and I've just, you know, like in some events, if you want to get 20, I'll just put some out, you
Right,
know, so.
yeah.
Um,
And I know at one point, Joanne, you also had like a QR code, right, where people could,
Here you go, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know if I should say this, but,
Yeah, that QR code sends you to the website that tells you how to recycle.
yeah,
That was
Right.
the QR code that I had.
yeah, so that kind of thing, we don't have printed copy of, but that's something we could probably like make up a quick thing and put the QR code on there and inform people that way too, you know? Or they could just take a picture of it right at the.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
thing, right,
it
yeah,
happens
that's the
to,
idea,
yeah.
So. Yeah, good.
Right, and is that something you can just do on your own, like to make your own
Y-
QR code?
yeah,
I've never
you
done
can
it,
just-
so, yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, there's websites that they'll like do all sorts of things for you, but you can just do it. My computer just had a little thing where you said, make a QR code.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I remember you came up with one like Real Easy or something, and we were
Yeah, it
putting
was-
something out, and you just, you put a QR code on there, we tried it, it worked, I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, looking at my notes, it was, September 28th is the Lake Wallace, yeah, it's the Lake Wallace cleanup.
Mhm.
And then the 4th was the, I think it was the, Fall Fest, Lake Wallace Fall Fest. I'm just looking here, there's a couple other emails that, I didn't get a chance to send out, but they've kind of gone by now, so. Yeah, so I think if you're okay with trying to get that sorted out and then, either coordinating some of the things we'll do, like, you know, I mean, how would you feel about, you know, Louise, right, you work with her?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know we,
Why don't you give her a call?
Yeah.
And talk to her about, the Fall Fest and see what we could do about that. Let her know that we're thinking about participating in some way.
Mhm.
And, even ask her if we could, you know, if we could pull it together to have a booth there. Why don't we find that out?
so that's
October 4th, how far away is October 4th from now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
You know, this might be doable.
might be.
Let's try it, see how
I'm
far
gonna
you
be
do.
there, so if you need somebody to staff the booth.
Oh, okay. And we have a canopy of some kind?
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
banners, right?
Yeah, we got all that, yeah.
You've got it at your house,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's in my little
Mhm.
shed barn thing.
Right.
Anybody's welcome to go in there. and
Yeah,
take-
I will definitely reach out to her.
Oh, good, that would be wonderful. Yeah, let's see if we can do
Because
something.
as we're getting
Yeah.
into the cooler months,
Yeah.
you know, there's probably not gonna be a whole lot of events, you know.
Well, again, there's, the farmer's market goes right to October, that's another, you know.
And they do a couple farmers markets indoors. I think they do one or two indoors and.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Last year when we were doing the
I
farmer's
can reach out
market,
to them as well.
yeah, Brittany, Brittany,
Don't know her, but I can.
last year we were doing the farmer's market and, there was some of a draw, but I think we need to get, ourselves organized with the flyer and stuff like that. I don't know if we'll make it for the, open air one. But she did indicate to me that she didn't think it was appropriate for us to be in the indoor one. It was a little more focused, I think, on,
Okay,
yeah. So,
can we just be outside?
yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, it's gonna be cold. This is, they go inside after the end of
Well,
October.
we could offer hot cider or something.
Yeah, there you go, yeah, there you go,
I think it's at Jabesh Brook, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it is, yeah.
so underneath the canopy out there might not be too cold.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm game for it if we can do it, so. What else? Was there anything else on events that, was there? Okay. I did have a couple of things, but I guess that kind of falls under this. They're not necessarily events, but they're more like updates. I did get a thing from Doug Albertson on, we had a discussion last time about the solar siting. And, they're trying to come out by, I think they had November 1st was their deadline to come up with a kind of a solid set of guidelines. So he had sent me something of their latest version of that. I'll try and get that out to the group so they can take a look at it and be aware of, I don't think it's anything that we need to, work on, but it's just to be aware of that, that's what's going through. Another event that's come up isn't directly involved to us, is there's gonna be a special town meeting. I think it's discussed, probably the insurance debacle that's kind of going on right now. But I got this, so I just want to share it with you so you know as well. At its meeting on Monday, September 28th, the select board voted to schedule a special town meeting for Monday, October 27th at 6:30 at the Belchertown High School auditorium. Oh, I know why we got this. all warrant articles for consideration must be submitted in proper form to the select board's office by this Monday, so that's not gonna happen. And we don't have any warrants to submit anyway. A warrant, campaign information when they have a town meeting, if a committee or something wants to bring up, or even, residents in town want to bring up a warrant to be discussed and you can vote it on at the town meeting, they have to submit it to the normal channels. That's what this was informing us on. I don't think we have any warrants to bring up or anything. No. Good. So that's another event that, just to be aware of. I think that's it for events for now. Good, thank you. We had in here areas of focus from the last meeting. Rich had a list of 5 things. He sent them to me and said, okay, we either send them out, review them, but I think I'd rather have him just do it when he's here in October. So I didn't forward that on, but did you have something too that you were gonna go over? Or?
Sort of. I mean, I was taking a closer look at the climate resiliency plan, and I printed out the working in natural land section because it seems like that's sort of an area that hasn't been as touched on yet in the committee. What I'm planning on doing is going through a lot of these things that are cited in here and like going more deeply into them, understanding like what is happening in the town currently. Because I mean, with environmental stuff, it moves fast. Like, this is from 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what things are in place at this point. But for working in natural land specifically, what I was interested in is this stuff down here about protecting farmland and resilient and connected landscapes that provide linkages between land with high ecological diversity and low levels of human modification that allow species to persist and adapt to changing regional climates. And it goes into this whole thing about how it recommends to create conducting a mapping exercise that some other towns in Massachusetts have done. But that's the thing with this is I'm not sure if that's already been completed or like.
I think the Conservation Commission has something like that. If not exactly that. But, yeah, go ahead and
Something along these lines.
Yeah.
And then I was also looking more into, let's see, it was the food security aspect in this in the plan.
Yeah.
It mentions the Farmers Market Alliance and the Farmers Co-op. Is the Farmers Market Alliance is that like essentially just the farmers market, like, but it's just thought of as just the farmers market? It's not like a quote unquote alliance. Like it says that like they should establish a Farmers Market Alliance, but that's just okay. I assume so.
What this was it was a consultant that put this together, and I think it was based on, other things that they've come across, and there were recommendations for what we could pursue, as a town. Mm-hmm. And you probably don't know, but back like last year, each one of us kind of had like an assignment to look like you're doing into this, and Frank, who isn't on the committee anymore, had work in natural lands, and I think you were. Did you pick up on that one?
I suggested that I could, but then.
Right, yeah, I think we kind of. The committee started changing, and so we
there was
kind
a lot of.
And what we said was, initially, each one of us was gonna take like, and be like, come up with some projects on this, but then we realized that would be way too much for this committee to do. So it was more of like, just doing kind of like what you're doing, going over to see what exists, what is going on in the town now on some of those things, what other departments might be doing that. So that's a good thing to pursue. So, and Chris had you had the food security one, right?
Gotcha.
So if you guys want to talk about that at some point, you can do that as well with your ideas. Cool. Yeah.
Yes, something that I'm like studying in school at this point, so I thought like it'd be nice to.
Have you met Chris?
I haven't. I'm Sam.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, fact, I mentioned about Chris, I say he's doing some grad work on a lot of this stuff as
Oh,
well,
nice,
especially
nice.
renewables and so, and how's that going, by the way?
I'm done officially.
Are you?
Yeah, September 1st, I'm officially Masters of Sustainability Science.
Nice.
And you-
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I go to UMass.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so I'll
Wow.
compare notes.
It seems,
All right.
to me, it seems like a short time that it took you to go through all that.
2 years.
I know.
Yeah. So I have my life back now, so I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh, good,
Great
good, good.
papers.
Yeah, so you guys should definitely connect and
Yeah, for
share
sure.
over the show, so feel free to do that. Yeah, wonderful. Good. Anything else there?
No, I mean, I was
Okay,
just
good.
I talked about some of the mapping stuff, just really, I'll just get into some of these, like the sources cited and like you were saying, like getting more into like what's going on with the working in natural lands.
Yeah.
If there's anything else I can expand upon in this, in what they have written already.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and start going through some of the departments in town and see,
Yeah.
if you see what they're doing,
Conservation
Conservation Commission would be a great place to start. They're very good there, so Sarah, Fortune, and Stephanie, they're in that department, so, yeah, you can give them a call sometime, introduce yourself. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, good. Very good. Anything else there?
I was just gonna mention, I know that, I just completely blanked on what I was going to say.
Okay, 'cause that happens to me a lot.
Oh, I know.
Feel bad.
I know that Rich wanted to. He said that he was also interested in doing working in natural land stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he'll go more into
Right.
it next
Yeah.
next month when
Yeah,
we're
he might have
here.
been, yeah, I think that's right, yeah.
I'll definitely when he talks about it, I'll talk to him about what I've gathered, and
Good.
we can maybe get him involved.
Yeah, good for you. Good. All right, nice.
I also looked at the working in natural lands on the additional planning recommendations, where it says partner in a Belchertown or regional food system.
Yes, actually. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
There's a Massachusetts Food System Collaborative, and on that website, it lists tons of local food system collaborative things. And so I started to write some of them down that were in our area, because a lot of them are Boston.
Right,
And then
yeah.
in this area, or statewide, a lot of good ones are statewide, there's like Land for Good, which is statewide, and it ensures farming future in New England by putting more farmers more securely on the land. I don't know what that means. Massachusetts Farm Energy Program. So they help to bring projects that reduce energy and produce renewable energy from concept to completion. So if the farmer wants to do this. Toxic Action Center statewide, it's for resource, it provides skills and resources to prevent or clean up pollution at the local level. And then another good one is the Healthcare Without Harm, and that's to reduce healthcare's environmental footprint, and that's statewide. So I was gonna contact some of these just to see what they could offer. But that's a really good, the Mass Food System Collaborative is a good website that just lists all these. It has where it will take you there, and it has their phone number and a little one sentence thing about what they're,
There's so much out there that.
yeah. And a lot of them are very local, very
Yeah.
community oriented,
Yeah.
like there's some things in Northampton just for Northampton or just for Holyoke, but like I said, there's a lot of statewide where they provide help for communities.
Right. And it's sort of like almost like a two birds with one stone, where it mentions that in the working in natural lands section. It also addresses food security things
Yeah,
as well.
there's
So
a
it's
lot
sort
of
of-
overlap.
Yeah,
Mm.
both things there.
And there was also a community garden, I think, in Belchertown too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe do something with them at some
Some
point.
involvement there. Is it the one?
So I think it's at a farm of some kind.
It's right down, by, as you go to the DPW there, there's the farm on the left.
Small Farm Institute.
Small Farm
Yeah.
Institute, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there is a garden up by Swift River
Yeah,
School.
that was the one that I was thinking.
Yeah.
initially.
Oh, that one, yeah, that's right. Is that for residents too, or is that just more for the school?
I think it's more for the school.
Well,
Louise Levy again had
Louise Levy,
started
yeah,
that
she's
up.
like very
and
good,
I know. She's no longer involved, but I forget who's doing it now.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the educators in the school that
Yeah.
takes care of it.
I don't know if she's involved with the garden, but Barrett Grazioso in the cafeteria does a lot of work with composting and teaching the kids not to, what's recyclable, what's
Oh.
food waste, and if you want open food, they collect it again, and things like that. So she's, I haven't been in touch with her, but she was somebody on my list about food security we should be talking to.
Yeah, she was the one that brought the, when we were doing our composting thing a year or so ago with Commonwealth Sustainability, that they changed their name now. But yeah, she was already working with them, and they have, a ton of compost that comes out of there, like, was it weekly or monthly or something like, it was like, I was surprised at how much, but it works when you put somebody that's focused on it. She had some of the kids, some of the students, focused on that to help promote it and show people how to do it. So she did a really nice job with that program. So, yeah, when other people do stuff like that, it's just, it's a good setting example. Good. Anything else on that? Anybody? All right. Chris, remember the contact list?
Yeah. So I think this kind of dovetails into Sam's conversation. So with new people coming on and making sure we kind of don't lose track of things, I put together a spreadsheet of just contacts, like committee members, people like Steve and Doug and Kate, people that we deal with the town, and Luis and Barrett, and all of these people that we've worked with over the years, just so we have a way to find.
That's a good idea.
Who's who. Yeah, and so anyway, so I put that together. I'll share it with the committee, but I want to let you know that we've done that.
Good.
So maybe if you can stop by after the meeting and just make sure your information's correct, put your phone number in here, and then I'll share it out so we all have access to it. And then feel free to add, if there's other people I'm missing, I'm sure there's a bunch we can add, but just as a resource. And then the second one is, I don't know if anybody's played with Notebook LM is a Google product. And it's an AI system, but it's really nice because it doesn't just pull from general knowledge, it doesn't try to make things up. You feed it PDFs and it only references what's in the PDFs. And if it's not in the PDF, it will say, I couldn't find anything about that topic in the sources. And it will cite sources. So I use it a lot for school, I use it for work. So I put one together with all of the documentation, like the Fusonia report, resiliency goals. The BCEC, energy project, all of the documentation for all of that stuff is in here. Plus, I downloaded a lot of things from neighboring towns, like what is Amherst doing, what is Northampton doing. So basically, you just kind of scrape their websites and put it all in one notebook that I can share with you. Well, it's cool. You can chat with these. You can say like, summarize this. Like what are towns in Western Massachusetts doing for EV chargers, or whatever it is.
When you ask it that's based on what you already fed into it.
It's based on those documents, so it won't go out and pull anything new.
Right.
But it'll check what's already published.
Right. And if you want to add more to it, we just add
Add
more.
a source. Yeah.
Do we have to have permission for some of those, or?
I don't think so, because it's all open. It's all things that are available.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
What's the name of the product again?
It's called Notebook LM, language model, and it's made by Google.
It's Google. Yeah.
Yep.
So you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Notebook LM.
So I'll share that. Send an email out, so you should be able
It's
to.
on all different platforms.
Yeah, it's a website, so you should be able
It's a
to
website,
open
okay.
this up and then you can ask the questions.
Great.
So anyway, again, just to sort of use it as a resource so that, we're not starting from scratch and we can sort of see what already exists and who to talk to and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So anyway.
Okay. Wow. That's incredible. What you guys are doing. Wonderful. Is there anything else from anybody? We had. I thought I had something else from Doug Albertson on, I think I did send it out. It was the playbook. I think it had something to do with the resiliency plan. I just don't recall. Did I send it out? Did anybody recall what that was about? It was it was called the I just have it in my notes, it's called the playbook, but I think it was kind of like a retooling of this. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, I will go back and look at my,
I've got the email.
yeah, was it?
Climate Resiliency Playbook, an online resource for Massachusetts communities. So this is a state, I think it's a state.
Yeah, I think it's like a state version of this.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So,
Yeah.
obviously I haven't had a chance to take a look at it, but, you know, if you get a chance, go through that and maybe we can talk about that next time. There's a lot going on, you know, there's a lot of things happening, so it's part of this committee is staying on top of it and knowing what it is and keep track of the changes and the events, so we're doing the right thing. So yeah, it was basically, I think it was something like a state version of this.
Yeah, it's like a, I guess a resource so you can pick from different topics. Emergency communications, dam assessment, floodplain, green infrastructure maintenance.
All right.
And yeah, so it's resources for all of those
Okay.
topics.
All right.
Very extensive.
Well, if we can, if you get a chance to review that and just see where we can use that as some kind of resource, that'd be a good thing to do. Good. Anything else?
Just, it could be a good starting point, if you're thinking about doing something with land management, see what else other towns are doing
Yeah,
in
right.
Massachusetts, right?
That's great.
Good. Well, with that, next meeting is October 16th. So it must be the Thursday must be one of the first days of the month. That's, yeah, it'd be the second, right? The second, and yeah. So, we'll have our next meeting then. And Tricia, you said you won't be here? Okay. But Rich will be coming back, he'll go over stuff as well. And is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion?
Motion to adjourn,
Second.
a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.